My name is Leonard Hayes. I am 71 years old, and 2 years after we buried my daughter, I found my grandchildren begging outside a crowded mall. I need you to sit with that for a moment, not rush past it, not scroll past it. Sit with it the way I had to sit with it when I saw them, my own blood, my daughter's children, on the cold pavement outside a shopping center on a Saturday afternoon, while people in expensive coats walked right past them like they were stray animals, like they were nothing, like they were invisible. I need you to understand what that does to a man, what that does to a 71-year-old man who already spent 2 years trying to hold himself together after lowering his only daughter into the ground. What that does to a grandfather who thought, who genuinely believed, that even though the worst had already happened, at least those children were safe. At least they were being cared for. At least somebody was doing right by them. I was wrong. God help me, I was so wrong. And by the time this story is finished, by the time I tell you everything I uncovered, everything I discovered, every single layer of the rot that had been festering underneath the surface while I was grieving and trusting and sending money and trying to be respectful of a man I never should have trusted, you are going to understand why the anger in my chest has never fully cooled. Not once, not for a single day since that afternoon. So let me start from the beginning. Let me tell you everything, because the lies had only just begun. Before I tell you what I uncovered, if this story moves you at all, if it makes you feel anything, please like this video, subscribe, and drop a comment telling me where you're watching from. I want to know who's out there. I want to know who's listening. Because for a long time, I felt like nobody was. My daughter's name was Nina Hayes. She was 38 years old when she died, and I want you to know that before anything else, because she was not a footnote. She was not a supporting character in this story. She was the whole reason any of it matters. She was bright and stubborn, and she laughed too loud in restaurants, and she called me every Sunday evening without fail, and when she stopped calling, the Sundays became the longest days of my life. She married a man named Kevin Pruitt when she was 32. I'll be honest with you, I had reservations from the beginning, not because of anything I could put my finger on clearly, not at first. It was more of an instinct, a discomfort that I couldn't quite name. Kevin was the kind of man who was always performing something, always performing gratitude, performing generosity, performing love. He said the right things at the right moments. He was good at reading a room and giving people what they wanted to see. I'd spent 38 years as a forensic accountant, 38 years looking at numbers that didn't add up and following them back to the person who cooked the books, and Kevin reminded me of the people I used to catch, not because of anything he did at first, just because of the way he presented himself,